Good morning. I'm Bill Thornton, and I'm one of your elders here at Knox, Oakville, and I'd like to welcome everyone who's joining us this morning in the sanctuary, those who might be joining us from other parts of the building, those who might be joining by live stream, and those who might be joining sometime later in the week by watching the recorded service. We're thrilled that you have chosen to worship with us this morning. I'm a little surprised that I was asked to do the announcements again this week, considering the major faux pas I did last week. Last week when I introduced Rachel, I said I meant to say she was going through to be a minister of word and sacrament, and I said she was going through as a minister of word and sacrifice. Quite a few guffaws from members of the church community here, and I was told by Reverend Jackie that I was not actually wrong, so we know there's a great sacrifice that goes in becoming a minister. It's my extreme pleasure to welcome Connie Wardle to the pulpit today, and Connie is certainly no stranger to Knox. Connie's an ordained elder, and Connie is the church administrator here at Knox, which basically means Connie runs the place, as far as I can tell. I think she is probably the most organized and focused person I have ever met. To be on a committee, to be on any meeting with Connie is an absolute pleasure. I've never seen anybody that can be so focused and so, she's amazing. She's amazing, as I say. Connie is also a gifted writer. She has countless publications, many of which were during her time as a journalist for the Presbyterian Record. I mean, I went online and there's like literally hundreds of publications attributed to Connie. And she and her husband Ewan and their beautiful children, Emily and William, regularly worship with us on Sundays. And Connie is no stranger to the pulpit. I believe this is her third time, possibly fourth, at Knox. So welcome, Connie, and thank you for leading us in worship this morning. We're starting the announcements this morning with some sadness. The love, sympathy, and prayers are extended to the family of Claudia Murphy, who passed away on Monday. Her service was held yesterday at St. Andrew's Roman Catholic Church. Claudia, as you remember, was a faithful member of the chancel choir. Her signature curly hair, and I know I personally will miss her insight at dinner church. So sincere condolences to her husband Sean and their 3 children. I'd like to thank everyone who prepared sandwiches for Evangel Hall last week, and I am absolutely ecstatic to tell you that we had 22 loaves of sandwiches this month for Evangel Hall, so congratulations, Knox. I think a lot of that had to do with a couple of weeks ago, Reverend Jan delivered a sermon entitled, "Who is Your Neighbor?" And I think Knox stepped up and realized who their neighbor was. Their neighbor is the person who is homeless, the person who is disadvantaged, the person who is facing food insecurity. So thank you, Reverend Jan, for your message, and thank you, Knox, for listening. I'd like to remind you that anyone who is requiring pastoral care to contact our chaplain, Lynn Hamenga, by way of her cell phone. That can be obtained through the church office or by contacting the church after hours, and the phone number is on the recorded message. I'd like to remind you, as a result of a decision by the Kirk session, we will not be holding in-service worship service at Knox during the month of August and the first week of September. So we have posted on the website and throughout the building some of the churches which we may be attending in person, or if you choose to attend another church feel free to do so. And Gary has prepared a list or a series of past services which he'll be putting on the Knox website on the Sundays in August, so you'll be able to watch those as well. And the memorial flowers this morning are placed in loving memory of Dr. Lloyd McDougall by his wife Lorraine and daughter Pastor Christy McDougall. Gorgeous flowers, Lorraine, thank you. And I would like to hand it off to